Hey, here I am again. I'm half of I'm Right. I'm Anthony Cordova, and the first thing I want to tell you is that if you're watching this in replay, you can fast forward right past this spot and get right into the show. And the reason we are here 4.5 minutes before the show starts, this is where we check out everything to make sure our live streams are working properly, because we do this show live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. where you can watch the show on YouTube and Facebook, and you can watch it on Jill's website, which is jillcoxcordova.com. That would be the spot, and you can watch the show and interact with us there also. I also want to thank our audio listeners, because our audio listeners, you guys are just blowing us up. And thank you so much for listening to the sponsors that come on before and after the show, because this is how we get paid. We don't ask our audience for 1 red cent. But if you could just spend a minute just listening to, the sponsors before and after the show, that helps us quite a bit. There we go. We were missing something for those of you that watch video, but you did hear my voice. I thought something looked different. And this, again, is why we do 5 minutes before the show starts, just so we can check everything out and make sure that it's working. Also, something I need to say is, for those of you that are going to be here live, or those of you that are going to watch the replay, there might be an issue with the episode number and the title. So if that doesn't match up, we're trying to get a grip on that as I speak. Okay, now, for those of you that are going to be here live tonight, that are here live, as you know, as usual, you can make your comments or questions on YouTube or Facebook, and you can also do that straight from Jill's website, where you can watch the show there also. And again, that is jillcoxcordova.com. That's jillcoxcordova.com. Now, also, for those of you that watch the show live on Facebook or YouTube, there is another link where it says be part of the show. I believe that's what it says. And if you click that link, it will actually bring you into the show, like you're in our studio, and you just follow the prompts, and you can be seen and heard if you want to, so we can have a conversation with you, and the audience will hear you and see you if you want to be seen. But there is a way not to be seen, and you just choose not to turn on your camera, and the audience will just hear you like you're just calling into the show. And thinking of calling into the show, one day we might start having a call-in number. We used to do that years ago with just a podcast, but maybe we'll be doing that again. Well, we've got about another 30 seconds, and we're going to get into the show live. And remember, if the episode number doesn't match up for some reason, just disregard. All right, we're going to see you in about 15 seconds, so please stand by.
Look, my head's going the wrong way.
Hello,
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. This is I'm Right.
I'm Right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
And I'm Anthony Cordova. And for those of you that are listening on audio only, my head was going the wrong way because it was just going up and down.
And usually it's
side to side, like a bobblehead. But I guess bobbleheads go up and down also.
They do.
All right. So
switching it up.
So what's up?
That doesn't
Jill?
mean you're going rogue, does it?
I don't go rogue. I don't know what you're talking about.
You go rogue.
I never
go rogue. You went rogue like 3 weeks ago.
No, I'm well behaved. I'm well behaved.
You are?
Yes.
You mean tonight?
I am well behaved.
You mean tonight? That's
Jill,
what you mean.
I do exactly what you tell me to do.
Never.
I'm your puppet.
Nope. That is incorrect. I am no puppet master. Nope. That is incorrect. Okay. So we have some things to talk about before we get to tonight's topic.
We do.
So
okay.
First of all, we weren't here last week.
Sorry.
I hope you noticed.
We were not here last week. We try to be here every week.
Yes.
Although
last week I was in bed. I was really sick.
She was under the weather. She was very sick.
I was sick for several days.
And Jill asked me whether I wanted to do the show alone. But
you always have that option.
Some of you know that when I do this show alone, the audience turns on me.
No, that was only on that other platform we were on.
It was the same show.
But it was a different platform. It was different people who turned on you than who show up now.
Some of the same people.
Our friends and family show up now.
Some of the same people, Jill, and the audience turned on me. All I heard was, "Where's Jill? Where's Jill?" Well, Jill's not here tonight. She's not well.
And actually, I was there.
Oh, you was here.
I just didn't. I looked horrible.
Jill was not on camera, but
I was here, but you just couldn't see me
or hear you.
Did I talk? I didn't talk.
No,
I thought I talked every now and then.
You didn't talk. You did some of the technical things.
Oh, that's right.
Show.
Okay, I was in producer mode.
Yeah,
behind the scenes.
But yeah.
Okay, so we were not here last week.
That's right.
So sorry about that.
Yeah.
And counting tonight, we only have three. No, counting tonight, we have. After tonight, we have three more shows. After tonight, we have three more shows.
After tonight, 3 more shows.
For this season.
Yes. We'll be back in January.
And we're already booking guests for
January.
For that season. Whatever season that is. Season 9. Yes.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
Season 9. Yes.
It's a lot.
And then the other thing that we need to share with you is for a while we were asking, and you all did as we asked. For a while we were up for a podcast award in the society and culture category, and we made it to the slate of top 10 in that category. And the award in every category, there were 30 categories altogether, was going to be announced in a podcast ceremony.
September 28th.
Yes, on September 28th.
Yeah.
However, we got the horrible news that about 2 or 3 weeks before September 28th, the founder of the awards and the person who always emceed it and, was the ultimate organizer of the podcast awards for 20 years, he had done that. He died.
He suddenly,
unexpectedly.
Yeah.
So he did have a small team of people, and they thought initially that they would turn the ceremony into a tribute, announce the winners, but turn it into a tribute to Todd Cochran, who was the founder and organizer. But they just couldn't get it all together. There were a lot of moving parts. And so it's been delayed indefinitely. So we don't know if they'll ever announce a winner in each category for this year, or they'll just wait till next year. But they do want to carry on his legacy because he's done a lot for podcast creators. And so that's our news on that. So, one of our strong supporters and friend, Diane, happened to have given us an award for being on the slate of top 10.
Yes. Yes.
So we already feel like we're winners.
We're already winners.
We do feel that way. So we don't know if they'll narrow down those top 10 or not, but
yeah,
that's our news on
shame,
that.
that the organizer passed
Yes,
away because he didn't have to do that.
No,
He didn't have
he
to.
started it.
He didn't have to start the organization.
Right,
for
right. And he started it
podcasters.
because he really wanted to help creators. You know, we're in a creator economy now, and so he really wanted to help people.
Okay.
And that's how he did it. So hopefully his legacy will continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see who's here tonight. Connie C is here.
Connie.
Hey, Connie.
What's up?
Hey, Connie.
I see John is here.
And
Is it
John says
Me? Me? With a question mark.
You are here, John. You are here with us. And then I have Miss Wise. Hi, Miss Wise.
Miss Wise.
She says, she's watching us from Panama City Beach.
All
Good
righty.
for you. We like Panama
Having
City
a
Beach.
good time there on the
Yes.
white sands of Panama City Beach.
Yeah, it's been a while
Yes.
since we've been there, but we
White-
enjoy
white
going there
sands.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your time there.
I think the last time we were there, we went in December, in like a December.
Yes, that was our. She says she's there for fall break. That was our, I guess, winter break.
Yeah, it was nice.
We tend to go to Florida or someplace warm for the winter
Yeah,
or in the winter. Not for the entire season, but
snowbirds.
yes, we are.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing that we did the last time you did see us, we talked about friends, and we were talking about how many people have a list of criteria when they're choosing a partner, a romantic partner to be with, but very few people have one for friends. So I did a poll on LinkedIn, and I asked, what's the top trait you need your friends to have? And 50% said they need to be trustworthy.
I agree.
50% said they need to be a ride or die.
I agree also.
The other option was empathetic and compassionate. 0%.
Now,
said that.
see, that should be, empathetic should be in there. And it was 0%.
0%.
Come on, people. Come on.
0%. But maybe they thought if they're
0%.
trustworthy, maybe, well, that's not necessarily
No,
true.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not. So 0%.
Have some empathy for people.
Yeah. And we also have our Cordoba.
Our Cordova, Mr. Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is here. And look who is here. Stacy's here too.
Hi,
Good
Stacy.
evening, Stacy.
I'm always very happy when you come to the show.
Me too. Every time I see her name, it just automatically makes me smile.
Yes. One of the good things that came out of that other platform we were on, Stacy.
Yes. Yes. And I'm sure she never turned on you when it was just you instead of the two of us.
Probably not. I don't know if she probably wasn't there for that show where everybody turned on me.
Probably not. John says he's here free of disease, which is good.
Excellent.
That's always good, right?
Yeah, it is good. It is good because but it was about a month ago. He was kind of loopy,
Yeah,
right?
for a
I was
while.
a little loopy.
Yeah.
It had all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we're glad
We're
you're
glad
better.
you're here and you're better. So always.
Yep.
Okay, so tonight we're talking about long-term couples who stop talking. They no longer connect. It's part of a segment that we call
Oh, that audio's not there, so I'm going to say it. Stand by your stance. And the reason the audio is not there is because we had some technical difficulties before the show. But I think I can fix it right now because I'm technical like that. Let's see. And we're back. Again, play it again.
Okay, here we go.
Let's
it's
see.
a segment that we call. Oh,
Where is
I gotta
it?
have to have it
Pull
there.
up.
Stand by your stance.
And it worked.
Stand by your stand. See, a little technical difficulty. Yeah, we had all kinds of crazy things going on before the show.
Yes. So the reason we have tonight's topic is because sometimes we have Saturday morning dates where we go out and have breakfast together.
We do?
At a restaurant.
I didn't know it was a date.
It's a
I thought we was just
for those
grubbing
of
down.
you for those
I
of
thought
you
we
who've
were
been listening
grubbing.
to us from day one, it was always Tony who didn't know that he wasn't on a date.
Ooh, bless you. Ooh, gee,
Maybe
that's a
I'm
good one.
I'm not still sick. I'm not still sick. I'm not still sick. Okay. So, but I guess you're saying I didn't know that I'm the one
I
that
thought we was just grubbing. I thought we was just
It's a
getting something
date.
to eat.
no, it's a date.
I was hungry.
Well, you can eat on a date.
I needed something to eat.
It's a date. Well, anyway, one time when we were out eating on a date, we saw this couple, and they looked like, there are often signs that you can tell when a couple's been together for quite some time. And so they appeared to, like they had been together for quite some time. But in their entire meal, they didn't talk to each other. They were on they looked at their phones. They looked at other people in the restaurant. They said nothing to each other.
Surely they said something to each other.
Maybe before they got there, maybe they were like,
Right.
let's go grub, like you said.
Yeah, well, I remember that couple also, and no, they did not really have a conversation with each other at all. They might have, I may have heard the guy say, "You ready to go? Are you finished?" Something like that. But for the most part, no conversation between the two of them.
Yes. So I wondered, it made me wonder, how do you reach that point where, like I wondered, is that their relationship? Has that always been their relationship, or did it evolve into that?
Oh well,
And is it comfort?
I see that John may have, and they were on their phones.
Oh boy, I'm hitting.
Yeah, why did you hit that button?
I don't know. I was trying to get your name off.
Oh, okay.
They were texting
right.
to each other. I don't think so.
Yeah. It didn't seem like they were texting each other. It seemed like
They were
of
both
them
like were really involved
in their own world.
in their own world.
Yes, but not together.
Yes.
No smiles, no laughter, no. Actually, no emotion.
No, none.
No,
Like even what was
and
on
it
the
wasn't-
phone didn't seem to be amusing
Yeah.
them or entertaining them or anything.
Now, sometimes you can see a couple together and you can tell that they really don't like each other. But this was not the couple.
No, it didn't seem
It
that way
was
with
not.
them. It just seemed like somehow they don't talk. And so, do you think that that's been their relationship, or do you think it evolved in?
I think
evolved
that's what
into
it
that.
evolved into. So, they were an older couple. I see Connie has a comment that yes,
Maybe they were angry at
maybe
the
they were
time.
angry. But-
Yes,
But
maybe
I don't
with
think
each other.
They didn't look angry with each other.
They didn't.
It looked like
That looked like a normal scene for them.
yes, it's like that's what their world has evolved to. So, maybe they had kids and they were busy with kids when the kids were young, but the kids grew up, went to college, they're no longer in the house. Now they're just left with each other and, I guess they're comfortable, they sure they have a house and they're comfortable. So, but they may not have anything in common.
Anymore?
Maybe they never did.
Oh.
Maybe.
Interesting. Well, John has a comment. He says,
Hmm.
sounds sounds like billable hours we're soon to into. Perhaps.
Yeah.
But it didn't but it also seemed comfortable for them.
Yes. So, that hopefully that will never be us.
Oh gosh, no.
Because the show would be very boring.
We don't talk to each other. We talk to you.
We talk to each other during the show.
I mean, if we stopped talking to each other, that's what the
Yes.
show would be.
Yeah, but
Or more of, I'm right. No, I'm really right.
but I wouldn't want our life to evolve into not really speaking to each other, not angry with each other, but we just have nothing to say to each other. We just go through the motions of life.
Right. We have
Together.
another comment. This one's from Stacy. At least they weren't yelling at each other or creating a scene.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't. So I really do believe that they, that's what their life has become. And
Right. And John says maybe it wasn't their first. I agree with that.
And I actually think I've seen that couple there before.
Oh,
At the
did they
same
talk then?
No, it was the same
Thing.
Same thing.
So that's just what their relationship is.
Yeah, they have more of a conversation with the hostess that's there because they come to this restaurant regularly. They're regulars on this particular day. So the hostess knows who they are. Hi, how are you all today? Blah, blah, blah. They know about the hostess. They know that the hostess had eye surgery.
Oh, that hostess.
So
okay.
so they spoke
Because now
to
we know that too.
they spoke to the hostess, but they didn't really speak to each other.
Yes. Yes.
But
Well, but again, is that, like, for some people that's normal, wouldn't you say?
for some people it is, and who are we to say that's a bad thing?
That's
Yeah,
where I
that's-
was headed with that. It's like, we are not here to judge anybody. And that's their relationship. It wouldn't work for us at all. In fact, those of you who know me well know that the day I stop asking questions, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Because I'm just a curious person.
And what
so
is-
if I stopped talking, you even say to me, even though you have told people, you have told our audience that you heard my voice first. You were drawn to my voice
Yes.
first. But sometimes I can tell, that you're like, oh my gosh, like you won't stop talking. You won't stop asking questions.
That's when Jill has caffeine.
It's true. I will ask more questions when I've had caffeine.
And I'm going to prove it one day. One day you're going to have coffee before the show.
I don't drink. I don't have caffeine after a certain hour because I know what it does to me.
We should do an experiment. And you have a cup of coffee before the show,
No,
and then we can see how.
because if
how
I have
we
a cup of coffee,
interact.
if I have a cup of coffee before this show, I won't go to sleep for like 2 days.
Well, that's okay. It's an
No,
experiment.
it's not okay.
It's an experiment.
That is not okay. No,
It would be
that's not
okay.
okay.
But usually, I can always tell when Jill has had caffeine because it becomes a one-sided conversation. And I'm usually like, yeah,
It's because I have a lot to tell you.
yeah.
have a lot to say.
So Jill, how do you feel when? Because you're the one that asks most of the questions.
You mean in general?
In this marriage, yes. In this marriage, you ask most of the questions. However, lately, Jill has been asking me, why do I ask so many questions? Why
Because
is
it's not
that?
like you. And you were asking me, when you say lately, you mean the days that I was sick. So
Maybe that's the only chance I get to ask questions
That's
is
not
when you're
true.
sick, because usually you're asking all the
That's
questions.
not true. You
but
can
you
ask
weren't
questions
feeling well,
anytime.
so you weren't asking any
and so
questions.
I couldn't think. I was foggy. I couldn't think, and so that's why I said to you, "Why are you asking me?" It wasn't why are you asking me so many questions. It was why are you asking me questions when I'm sick and I'm foggy? I can't think. Can't think. And he was asking profound questions, like
what?
philosophical questions.
Like what? You can't remember, can
I
you?
can't, because I was foggy. I bet if you thought about it, you might remember one of the questions, but it wasn't like, what do you want to eat? It was something like,
I asked Jill.
where would you go where would you live if you could live anywhere in the world? I can't think.
No, I asked Jill whether she wanted to write a romance novel together, so both of us.
And
would
that
write
was a trick
together.
question, by the
That was
way,
not a
because
trick question.
it was, because all the times I've asked you, I've said to you, we should write something together. That would be great.
Romance novel.
And an extension of I'm right, and you're all like, no. Or
I
you'll
could
have to do
change
my part
I could change my mind.
when I happen to be sick.
And
Would you all like us to write a romance novel together? Can you all see Tony writing a romance novel?
it would be a comedy of errors.
Well, comedy is good.
We could
But-
write a rom-com. Rom-com. There we go.
Oh, you want to?
romantic
So you want to
comedy.
do? Oh, you. So
But
you
it-
didn't want to
it'll
write
be-
a book. You want to write a script.
No, we can write a romance novel, but we can make it humorous.
Of course we can.
Yeah, that's what we'll
So
do.
I wrote. So audience, I wrote it down that on such and such date he asked me that, and so like when I was well and functioning and I was not foggy anymore, I said to him, I think it's a great idea. And so he claims he doesn't remember saying it.
Obviously, I do remember saying it.
That's why I said you claimed it.
Obviously, I remember. So when I get to truly, and Jill, you don't have to put a camera on me, just me.
It's because I'm coughing.
Let's turn her mic down some. She's still coughing. So you have all confused me. So the romance novel, I will truly devote time to it when I can truly retire. That's, when I really have time to work on a romance novel. But I have a novel of my own that I've written 8 chapters in. I need to work on that also, but I don't have the time. So, gee. So you heard it here. Breaking news. 2 novels in me. Yeah. At least. I have a book of
I think
poetry.
there's a script in you too.
No, I don't want to write a script. I don't want to write a script. Nah, at least not right now.
No. Well, not right now. I'm not asking. I wasn't talking about right now.
Yeah, whenever I get to retire, I will do all of these things.
Okay. So, audience, you heard it here.
If my mind is still functioning.
I hope that it is. John says anything with forbidden love in the title or the synopsis that sells. That always sells.
Forbidden love.
Hey, you're right about that, John. That is true.
I'm trying to think, what is forbidden love in our love? What is forbidden?
You are right. You are talking about fiction, right? You're not talking about us. Per
Well,
se.
you need to base
Oh, My mic.
any story. Thank you. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah, you were
Thank you,
coughing.
TV John.
Thank you so much.
So for
hardly
those
ever
who didn't
turn
hear
down.
me, I read what John said, which was anything with forbidden love in the title or the synopsis that sells, that always sells.
Yeah, see, that's what we need. We need John to keep us on our toes. All right, make sure we're not messing stuff up.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, so your mic is back
My mic is
on
back
now.
on, and I was saying, so audience, like you have heard Tony say, he has at least 2 novels and a script in him.
Yeah, and I need to publish my book of poetry also.
And you're in poetry, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Now who's
When
the
I
writer?
retire.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to our last segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, Jill, I'm trying to help you.
Yes, I need all the help I can get tonight. Been coughing and sneezing and whew, it's been tough today.
Okay, what are you trying to help the audience with?
Well, our topic is about couples who no longer connect. So that has the premise that maybe once upon a time they did connect and engage in meaningful conversations. So before it gets to a point where you're just no longer talking or connecting, try something, as you would say, try something different. Maybe go out on Saturday mornings for breakfast at a place instead of what you might normally do.
Well, I'm going to go with, some of what Stacy said, which was, at least they're not fighting. They're not angry at each other. And I guess my thing is, however your relationship develops, what it changes to, maybe it wasn't the way it was when you first got together. But if you are still happy, if both of you are still happy and in love, that works for you. It's okay. It's okay to sit in a restaurant and not talk to your partner if that's what makes you feel connected to that person. That you both know each other so well that you don't have to have conversation. But maybe they can read each other's minds. Who knows? They've been
Maybe.
together so long, they know what each one is thinking. So maybe they don't need to speak. Who knows?
Well, that's an excellent point because sometimes you and I can be in the same. I like being in the same room with you, even if I'm in my own little world. I might be typing, I might be writing, but if I'm in the same room with you, I'm good, and we're not talking to each other.
Yes.
We're doing different things.
Doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they both were writing. They could have been.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe next time we'll ask.
Maybe. Well, we got a couple more comments. Chris and Tamia, hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Just listen and keep talking.
Up in them damn mountains.
And then John says, I don't know about that. Sometimes I'd pay admission to see a good public fight.
Ooh. Remember when we were kids? I wonder how many people remember when they were kids and somebody would scream, fight, fight. And then everyone would run to see who was fighting. You don't remember that?
I don't think
You
there
don't
were-
remember that?
I don't
I
know
bet
if
you-
that
I-
ever happened where I was.
I bet you John knows about that, and I bet you Ronaldo knows about that, and I bet you Stacy knows about that, and I bet you Connie knows about that. I bet you
Are we talking
I
about
bet
like?
you Chris
Are we
knows
talking about
about
like
it.
playgrounds?
I bet Tamia knows
you know,
about
schools, or
it.
is that what we're talking
Yes,
about?
you're at the school. Somebody screams, "Fight, fight!" and everybody runs to see who's fighting.
I don't recall any incident like that, but I've seen it in newsrooms.
See, John.
I've
just
seen
said.
it in
see, look
in newsrooms.
I remember that. See.
Yeah.
See, yeah. So I remember.
The only
it
public
too.
fights I've seen are in newsrooms.
That's it.
That's it.
Did you all scream, "Fight, fight"?
No, we ducked.
Were they throwing things?
They were throwing they were throwing
Like a
staplers,
staplers?
erasers. They were anything they got their hands on. They were throwing it at each other.
If I was there, I would have screamed, "Fight, fight!"
No,
And I would have gotten
I
closer
got out of
to
the
see
way.
to see the fight.
I got out of the way.
And the problem with when that would happen on the school ground, so somebody would scream "fight," and maybe these two kids are just like arguing, or maybe they shoved each other once. But then once the crowd gets around, it's like, punch him, knock him out.
Well, Mr. and
Then
Miss
you can-
Wise are, they were teachers, and he was a principal at one time, so maybe they saw.
Yeah, they fight.
incidents like
they
that.
wouldn't get there till after the fight has happened. See,
Or maybe they would get while they're
In the
still
middle
going
of
on,
it?
and separate people. I've seen it on TV. And in film.
usually those fights didn't last long.
No.
No, they didn't last long.
Mm-hmm.
Few punches, scuffling on the ground, boom, 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 and maybe not even a minute.
Okay.
Fight.
So is that what we're talking about next week? Fight. Anyway, are you
Fights
ready to
are
wrap this
fun.
show up?
Sure.
All right. Well,
Let's-
before we do that, I just want to thank the audience for their patience tonight, because we've had all sorts of errors tonight. So
Yes.
So thank you.
One of those nights. Hey, live. This is what happens when you bring the live stuff. Okay, I'm right. Remember to watch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can watch that on Facebook and YouTube. And you can also watch it on Jill's website, JillCoxCordova.com. Just try it out. Even if you don't want to watch the show there live, when you're sitting around doing nothing, just go to the website and check it out. Click the podcaster tab and you'll be able to watch all of our shows. All right, after show anyone, we need your input. So give us some more ideas for shows. I'm sure we'll use them. All right, I think.
And
Okay.
before we head out, Mrs. Wise does have a comment. She says, "Oh yes, remember I told you she's a teacher. Was a teacher. Oh yes, I remember breaking up several fights or trying to break them up. I don't know where I was to miss it all." And she says, "We're great. Yay! Thank you, Miss
you.
Wise. Enjoy your time in Florida.
Okay, are we going
Are
out?
we good?
Are we closing this
Okay.
out?
Yep.
All right.
Well, bye. Hopefully next week we'll have our act together.
See you later. And so, look, we do love you all. And the audio listeners, please stay to quite the end of the show and watch some of our sponsors, or listen to, I'm sorry, real quick. And because that's how we get paid. So thank you for all you do for us. And we do love you all. Till next week. Bye.